Hello guys, welcome back to CottageCraft yet again, and let's just get straight into the episode today. Now you may notice that my hotbar seems to be quite a lot smaller, and there is a reason for that. So, if you guys remember from last episode, I found a random book. Pretty mysterious if I do say so myself, but that book had the mods that the villager promised me inside of it. And with those mods, I've downloaded a couple new things to try and make this world much more fun. However, one of the mods I downloaded, if everyone here knows their mods well, is called Just Enough Items. Now, this mod meant that I had to decrease the GUI size so that this would actually fit on the side. But, because I have now added it, I can reveal what the actually new mod is. This new mod is a game changer. This new mod is ridiculous. I am in love with this mod. I actually I've known about the mod for a while, but I hadn't used it before up until a couple days ago when I gave the mod a go. It's insane. So for anyone who really likes cottagecore themes like me, or just likes farming, that's a big hint to the mod by the way, this is Farmer's Delight. Now, as I'm running over to the village, I just wanted to say that there's a boat there, but anyway, I just wanted to say that Farmer's Delight, I will be uploading a mod review on this in a couple days' time. I believe it's coming out on Friday, so make sure you click the subscribe button to see that video, and make sure you got notifications on, or else you won't know when I've uploaded it. But if you want to learn more about the mod, you can either watch the rest of today's episode, try and learn as much as you can, or if you want a more in-depth guide, watch the next episode, because that's going to go into detail on everything that this mod offers and what you can do with it. Anyway, back into here. So, I have been doing a little bit off camera since I last saw you. I haven't really gotten much more stuff done, apart from I have been farming, non-stop farming that wheat field. And I've managed to gather 53 emeralds. Now, bear in mind, I have been doing this for about a week. And I'm so sorry that I forgot to upload last week. It was a very busy time for me. But, anyway, I do have now a lot of emeralds. And, let's see what this guy's saying. Thorns 3, that's not particularly good. But, we need to get started with Farmer's Delight. Because that is the whole point of today's episode. Farmer's Delight is ridiculous. And the first thing we need to get started with is find some new crops. So, the new crops in this mod are onions, I can't think of any more, cabbages, tomatoes, things like that. They're quite cool, if I do say so myself. And the way you find these are by flowers. Now, flowers, well, they just basically spawn with the flowers, which are quite cool. And you might be able to see them if I can find them. Although, it looks like I'm not having much luck. Okay, I'm going to have to go on a little bit of a journey here. This is going to take a lot longer than I originally thought it would. But you see these flower patches down here. You'll basically find some specific flowers that have crops, like, with them. You'll be able to see it in a bit. But, once you break these flowers, you will get the flower that's there. But you'll also get the crops. Now, unfortunately, one of the main crops I need, or are going to need for this episode, is rice. But rice is incredibly difficult to find without venturing out for miles. And I still haven't found any crops, which is kind of concerning. There are absolutely no flowers anywhere. Like, I keep seeing these little tiny flowers and... Oh no. Let's just back away slowly. I don't exactly want to go on taking out all these pillagers with a stone axe, a half damaged shield, and some iron leggings. I don't think that'll go very well for me. Okay, not gonna lie, but that was a bit of a bust. I pretty much just ran all the way down there, round the corner. No crops to be seen at all. So, I'm going to try going up the mountain into that little bits of plains up there. Hopefully, I will find some crops. Cool, there's an ice spikes biome. Honestly, this mounted is really cute though, not gonna lie. Like, carrots! I think they're carrots. Yes, okay. So this is what I was telling you about. They've got like little flowers on top of them, so they look like flowers, but you can see the crop underneath. And when you break them, you normally get a flower with them, but I guess maybe you don't with carrots. Okay, well that's not a new crop, but we get the point. I'm going to keep on going in this direction and hopefully find some more. Whoa, that's some weird terraforming, not going to lie. That would be a little bit precarious to fall off of, but thankfully, because I am a parkour master, I'm not going to fall off. I swear to God, if there's some powdered snow around here that I fall into and die from. Uh-oh. Let's keep clear of the goats. Keep clear of the goats. I really don't like goats because there have been multiple times where they have, I don't know, barged into me and I've ended up dying. I just really don't like... I think... Yes, they are. We have just ticked off item number 2 of however many on our list. We've got potatoes. So, now that we've got potatoes, there is one more crop that I would like to find, but I don't think I'm going to find. Rice. Although there is absolutely nowhere here with any more plains, so I'm going to go back to my base. Honestly, these 3 trees look very, very circular. That's kind of weird. A normal tree in Minecraft looks like that, but that one looks like a full-on sphere. Anyway, as you can see, that's my little base area down there, and I'm heading back to it now. But it is getting towards night, so I hope I can get there before all the monsters start spawning, and I most likely die. We're back home. Got the lovely barn, and... Are you kidding me? I ran all the way around there. I checked that whole forest pretty much. I've checked all over there. I've checked all on that mountain. And there is some freaking rice right next to my dock. Okay, so now that we've got crops checked off of our to-do list for today, there is another thing that we need to get onto. But for that, I'm going to need some gravel, and I do believe that there's a rather large amount of gravel over here. Now, I'm looking for... Well, I was looking for a piece of flint. I'm going to get a second one just in case. There we go. And we can just place... Oh, sorry. We can just place all of this gravel right back because I don't need it anymore. I just needed the flint. But now that we've done that, I'm going to show you guys a new crafting recipe that Farmers Delight adds, and I love it. Okay, so I need another piece of wood. That's kind of embarrassing. There we go. So we put this in here and we craft some sticks. We then get 2 of our sticks because we've got 2 flint, and it's the same recipe for crafting a torch, just instead of a coal, some flint. You can make flint knives. Now, these things are very cool. They're used for loads of different things. Like, if you chop down grass, you can sometimes get straw, which is also used for loads of things. But one of my personal favourites is they are used on another item called the cutting board. Now, how do I craft a cutting board? I actually can't remember. Cutting board. There we go. 2 sticks and 4 planks. That's fine by me. Now, I just need to go and get some more wood. And ta-da! We've got the cutting board. So, I don't actually have anywhere to put this one right now. So, very sorry, Mr. Lantern. But you're just going to have to go for a second. I will just place it down again. I'll place it on the floor for now. But the cutting board is very cool. You place it on top of a block like that. It can even go on the floor if you want to, but I wouldn't do that. And with the cutting board, you can do all sorts of things. So if I click on the cutting board using JEI, which I will also make a mod review on in the future, it does a lot. Like, you can do a lot of stuff with it. I can put, for example, a pumpkin on top of here. And if I right-click the pumpkin with a knife, it turns it into slices. I can also place the knife on the cutting board, and I believe if I shift right-click, it'll get stabbed into it. It's a really cute decorational piece, and I love it. But for now, because I don't actually need it, let's just put the lantern back in its rightful spot. There we go, much better. Now, where did I put my iron? Here we go. I don't actually have a lot of iron, but I should be able to make another thing that we're going to need, which is the cooking pot. Now, this thing is quite difficult to make, but I'm sure we can handle it. So, we're going to need 5 pieces of iron, which I already have. I'm going to need 2 bricks, which I definitely don't have. And I'm going to need a shovel, which I can quite easily craft. So, now that I know I need to get 2 pieces of brick, I need to find some clay. And I do believe there's some clay right here. That should be good enough. Now let's go home and smelt it. I accidentally just shift-clicked the straw into there, and it actually started burning. But I'm going to burn the crafting table instead, because I don't actually need the crafting table. Now, while we're waiting for that to cook, I'm going to tell you what the cooking pot does. So, the cooking pot allows me to make all of the yummy food that Farmer's Delight adds with itself. So, as you can see here, there is an absolute ton of different foods I can do. Or cook, whatever you want to say. And I should be able to, although I'm not able to for some reason. That's kind of odd. But, oh well, I guess it'll be fine. I thought that if you were right-clicked on that, you'd be able to see all the recipes, but apparently not. Anyway, now that we've got our 2 bricks, we now need to craft a shovel. So 2 sticks, a plank, got the shovel. Now, it does require a water bucket, however, it only requires the water, so you will get the bucket back, I believe. If I don't, I'm going to be very sad. Cooking pot. Yes, you do get the bucket back. So, we've now got a cooking pot. One of the other things that you can make in this mod, which isn't necessary, but it's a cute little add-on, is a stove. The stove basically works like a campfire, because it has a campfire inside of it, but it's not needed. Now, I've got loads of different blocks that are from Farmer's Delight, and they are very cute, don't get me wrong. Love them to bits. But I don't have anywhere to put them, which, if any of you can guess what I'm hinting at, it's time for a new building in our area. The only question is, where's it going to go? Okay, I think if I do a lot of terraforming, we can place it right here. And I think that'd be a cute little addition to surround the campsite with. So, let's get terraforming. Okay, so I have completed the terraforming, and now goes the task of mass deforestation for the 8th time in this series, because I really don't have a lot of wood. I don't think I do anyway. I know I don't have any spare. No, I literally have 0 wood pretty much. So, mass deforestation starts now. Alright, so I'm back from my little spruce mining trip, and not gonna lie, I didn't get anywhere near as much spruce as I hoped I would get, but hopefully that should be decent enough. Now, I'm using the spruce as a little foundation. I have been doing that I did it for the house, I think, but basically, if anyone else wants to try and copy me at home, I basically just build a random square. Most of my builds are square, but I do try and add extra things. And I basically just make this little foundation 1 block above the ground out of spruce planks. It's also becoming my floor for the interior. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need more planks than this. Oh no. Okay, so ignore the bit miserable weather, but as I am standing out here in the cold, I better show you guys what I've been doing so far. So, instead of just going for this boring rectangle, I've added this little extra bit on the end, which I thought would be a nice little added bit of decoration. And I've also changed my style up a little bit. Now, as you can see, for every other building, ignore the tent, but for all my other buildings, the walls and the like oak log strips, they're all in the same row on columns. This one, however, all the walls are going to be here, and the pillars are one block on the outside, which I thought was like a nice little touch to just make this building even more special for me. Now, I am, however, struggling on resources, but I am determined to get this build done. So, let's continue. I have just realised I got a rather large seed collection, forming. I did chuck out a load of seeds earlier when I was farming for all these emeralds, but honestly, I have gotten an excessive amount of seeds so far. Anyway, let's go make some more food, because I was just run out of food, and continue the build. I was just getting shot at and I had no idea where from. None of them were hitting me. It's because this guy down here who is violently spinning at me is attempting to hit me with an arrow, but hitting himself. This is quite funny, actually. I could sit here all day and watch this. I wonder how long it's going to take him before he dies. I reckon a couple more shots. Oh, he's still not dead yet. Go on, skeleton. Okay, do you know what? I might have to just go down there. Uh-oh. Okay. He's dead. There we go. That's good. Okay, quick side note. I have just crafted a stove to also go inside of the building. Now, it's coming along pretty nicely, I think. I'm going to install a mod, once I've finished building this, to connect all of the glass. I don't really know why it's not connecting at the moment, but it's coming along nicely. I've just got to finish off the roof, finish off the walls, and add all the decor. Okay, I believe after what felt like 2.5 maybe hours, I'm done. Finally. Now the roof is a little bit wonky, and I'm probably going to try and spend a bit more time to fix that, because yeah, the sticks on the outside, like these things, that wasn't a very good design. But I'm quite happy with this. Oh no. Okay, 1 minute. Alright, please ignore the spider, but like I was saying, the roof is quite wonky and I don't particularly like it, but I'm going to have to deal with that for now because I'm running out of time for recording this. But the inside is so cute, I love it. Now, it does have 2 floors, although I did say it was going to be 1 floored. It does have 2 floors, although this is like the attic, so it's not really. Anyway, this is just a complete and utter storage room for all the crops I'm going to grow as I expand the farm. And down here is where I actually use all the Farmer's Delight stuff. Oh, no. Let's just ignore him for now. So, I'm going to place down the cutting board. What the... Oh, my God. Oh my god, I was looking at the skeleton and that guy just appeared in front of me. Right, let's go and take out the skeleton real quick. Oh. Well, that wasn't too difficult. Anyway, like I was saying, we're going to go back inside, and like I was saying, I'm going to show you guys one of my favourite features of this mod. So, the cooking pot. This thing is ridiculously... well, just good. So I have a stove here. Now, I believe that this thing can also work over a campfire, which I'm going to go and check now. But if you place the cooking pot above a heat source, which I think if I shift right click this, it does. It places this really cool thing when it's underneath a campfire, but you can place it. And if it has this heated symbol underneath, if you put the correct ingredients in, it will turn it into the correct food. For example, a soup. Then you place a bowl, and you've got yourself a serving of the soup. Now, I'm going to put that on the stove because that's where it's meant to go, not on top of the campfire. And when it's on top of the stove, it does the same thing. And you can see these little bubbles when it's on top. Now, I'm going to try and cook something in a bit. But for now, I'm going to stab a flint knife into this thing. And that is what I'm going to say, the end of this build. it's quite cute. I'm honestly going to try and work on that roof because it's so ugly and I absolutely hate it. But now that we've got the building done, there is only one thing left to do on my to-do list. It's Farmer's Delight. You need to be a farmer. You need to grow crops in order to use everything that's inside of that building over there. But my entire food supply consists of this tiny little crop circle of wheat. It's enough to get by for a very long time, but it isn't enough for Farmer's Delight. As I mentioned earlier, I do still have some crops that I need to plant. I've got the carrots, the potatoes, and the rice. Now, I'm going to get on with the rice first because it's the hardest one to plant. And it's going to take the most time to make an aesthetically pleasing, farm. But rice is really faffy because you have to plant it in 1 block deep water, like this. Normally, you would be able to place this, you can only place this in 1 block deep, shallow water. Also, the water has to be still not moving. So, I'm going to leave these little rice follicles to grow, and once they have grown, I'll show you guys how to collect them. But that's going to take some time. In the meantime, we have 2 other plants or crop circles to build. One for carrots and one for potatoes. Alright everyone, so I have cleared out a few little spaces. So you've got the main wheat field down there, which is also the one that I started off with in the beginning. And then I've cleared up this little section up here. I believe this is where I'm going to put all the carrots. I am yet to find onions, cabbages and tomatoes, which I will be going on a massive exploration for in the next episode. So make sure you watch that episode as well. And I also cleared out this tiny little platform here because this is where my potatoes are going to grow. I'm not going to grow as many potatoes as I don't think that they are that valuable of a resource, because carrots are just a bit better food-wise in general. So let's go and grab the food. Okay, so because I've barely got any carrots and potatoes, what I'm going to do is to start off with the carrot one, I'm going to place the water down right here. And then I'm just going to surround the water, and then 1 extra because that's 9. Plant all the carrots, and that should be the carrot farm done. Now, I'm going to do the same with the potatoes. Okay, place the water down here, and surround it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's as many potatoes as I can fit on at the moment. But we will be expanding both of these farms to be hopefully just as big or even bigger than the wheat farm. Now, because we've got these done, we've got 3 crops out of the 6. Which means that we've got one last thing to do. Okay, here we are. So, I've arrived at my little village, town, place thing. Now, this place is obviously, I've been going here a lot. I have 53 emeralds. I have been doing a lot of trading, specifically with the farmer guy. But, wait, why has he got no experience? For some reason, he has no experience. Oh, I broke the block by accident. But, anyway, unrelated story. I have been going back and forth from this place a lot recently, and it got me thinking. If you come out here and you look at my town over there, you can see, oh, maybe you can't see because there's a tree in the way, but you should be able to see in a second, if I can climb onto the tree, there's loads of paths connecting all the buildings from one another, but the one building remains without any paths in my entire world is this building where all the villagers are. So, as a final project of today's episode, I'm going to fix, create, and build new paths to link up my world. Let's go. So, I'm starting at the bridge, and I'm going to build a really basic path all the way to the little villager trading area, and then I will spruce it up and make it look a lot nicer. But first, let's build the basic path. Finally finished this path. So, I am going to add a lot more decor to the path, but I kind of realised I am very low on iron. And the main thing I need to add is like some little staircases. Oh, I have just realised this staircase is floating. That's not good. Let's fix that. Okay, there we go. So, like I was saying, this entire pathway now is... Why are there so many holes in the floor? Is completely... You are completely able to walk the entire way without pressing the spacebar once. Which... Okay, I may have lied. Let's just pretend that I never said that. So, like I said, you can now walk the entire way without having to press your spacebar once. And that is going both directions, by the way. So, whether I'm going from here to the village training centre, or from the village training centre back to my house, I can now go the whole way. So, as many of you guys know, this little house is mine. This little building is mine. And this pathway is the only way to get to my house, well, without having to climb up the side of a hill. But, if I am being completely honest, it is one of the most ugly things inside of this whole world. I really don't like it. And I think that it's time that it gets an upgrade. I do like the fact that it's a slab though, but it's upgrade time. And I present to you the new staircase. So, honestly, I didn't do a lot. Basically, I just changed all of these slabs into spruce. I'm very sorry to the spruce forest, by the way. It's pretty much gone now. But I added some extra little blocks on the side, as in little dirt blocks on the side, just to make it look a bit more natural. And my favourite part, I added this really cute little, like, pond spring thing. And it also has this mini waterfall thing rolling down the side. I love this little entrance now. I think it's so much cuter to what we had before. And I'm very happy with what I got done in today's episode. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you stick around for part 2 of the Farmer's Delight introduction into this world, because this whole episode was supposed to be themed around Farmer's Delight. And I did end up getting a few other things done, but in the next episode, we're going to be doing way more things, specifically involving this building with all its cookings. You get what I mean, cooking pot, recipes, things like that. We'll be using a lot more of that. We'll be testing some new stuff out. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much if you made it to the end of the video. If you did, make sure to comment down below anything you would like to say to me. Honestly, I love your guys' comments. I love responding to them. It just makes my day to know that people actually care enough about my videos to comment. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the whole video. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.